Let's talk Women Talk.
Hi, I'm Sher-Li Torrey. I'm the founder of Moms at Work. I'll be sharing a series of videos on how women can make their way back to the workforce. Today, I will focus in on the mental mindset preparation that you have to make before you embark on your job search journey. When you want to go back to work, one of the most important things is to do a little bit of what I call self-reflection. So you have to think through exactly why you want to do this, what's your reasons for going back, what are you giving up in exchange for going back to work, and going forward, what are some of the changes that are going to happen. So that's a little bit of what I call looking inside yourself first. That's one thing. Second thing is also to realize that before you start the entire job search process, what you're putting on back is the career women role, the career woman hat. So that kind of a mindset shift needs to happen. Thirdly, which is very important, is you have to know that whatever happens in the job search process, the employers are not out to get you. It's really about the employer thinking of how am I going to hire someone that comes back in and starts being able to work immediately and, like what we always say, hit the ground running, right? When you go back to work, you're no longer going to be able to play your other roles of being a nurturer, for example. You're going to start to feel, maybe I'm not as good. So you have to really get rid of that guilty mindset. And I think being a career woman, it's not about just, trying to put food on the table, which obviously very often it is the income, but it's also about your own sense of self-worth. The interesting thing about coming back to work is very often we see our career journey as you started and then now you pause, and if I come back to work, I see it's going back to that point again where I stopped. But the problem is, during the period of time that you've been away, the world keeps moving. And unfortunately for a lot of people, the world moves a lot faster than what's been happening. So I often recommend people who are coming back to work to say, put yourself back into the fresh out of school mindset again. And if you go into that mindset, then you're a little bit more daring and you try a little bit more. That's one thing. And the other thing to also remember is sometimes your confidence is not reflected by how people respond to your applications. Yeah, and don't keep thinking of it as, oh, because I have been away for a while, nobody wants to call me back. Somebody will. It's just a matter of time. The most important thing is to do a self-reflection, and you can break that down into separate elements. First element being personality. So for example, whether you're an extrovert or introvert, because for extroverts you don't want to be in a place where you don't get to meet people. Second thing is interests. What do I like to do? Then third is values. Values is something that the core don't change, but over the years you will see some of it shift. So it's important to ask yourself, what is important to me? Then the fourth one is skills. Skills is something you pick up, and again, from your early years when you first start working, you have certain core skills, and over the years some will develop, some will actually be abandoned, and there'll be new skills that you pick up as well. Then the last one is what we call motivation, which is very often affected by your life stage, where you are in life, and what is at that moment your most important thing. So based on those 5 elements, personality, interest, values, skills and motivation, you do that assessment already, then you can say to yourself, okay, I now can apply for jobs, and now I can prepare my resume and I can prepare for the interview questions that come as well. So in my next video, I'll be sharing with you a couple of tips on how to write a really kick-ass resume.